A very good morning to you and thanks for joining us on Business News. I am Eriti Christopher. Making up today's headlines: Economic reform boosts government revenue to 31 trillion naira. Nigerian exchange investors lose 297 billion naira, and petrol price reduces to 825 naira per litre. Details in just a moment. Please stay. It feels good to have you join us. Nigeria's macroeconomic reform has begun to yield results, strengthening the foreign exchange market and boosting government revenue to an estimated 31.9 trillion naira in 2024, according to the World Bank Nigeria's development report titled Building Momentum for Inclusive Growth. Reports say the consolidated fiscal position improved considerably in 2024, with the fiscal deficit shrinking from 5.4% of GDP in 2023 to 3.0% of GDP in 2024. This progress was largely driven by a surge in government revenues, which jumped from 16.8 trillion naira in 2023 to 7.2% of GDP to 31.9 trillion naira in 2024, 11.5% of GDP. However, the World Bank credited these gains to ongoing macroeconomic and structural reforms, particularly in the foreign exchange and fiscal policy space, adding that the improvement has helped to stabilize the economy, restore investors' confidence, and lay the groundwork for broader development investment. Despite the positive outlook, the bank warns that inflation remains high and sticky. Meanwhile, this project declined in inflation to an annual average of 22.1% in 2025, driven by the central bank's sustained tightening stance and improving monetary policy credibility. Moving forward, the Nigerian exchange has opened the trading week on a negative note as investors lost 297 billion naira in market value at the close of trading on Monday. The all-share index fell by 265.42 points, representing a decline of 0.27% to close at 108,467.97 points. The market capitalization also dipped by 0.43% to settle at 68.1 trillion naira. Despite the loss, market activity remained robust, with a total of 414.57 million shares exchanged in 16,664 deals, corresponding to a market turnover of 10.71 billion naira. Compared to the previous trading session on Friday, May 9, the volume of transactions declined by 10%, turnover dropped by 4%, while the number of deals rose by 6%. A total of 127 listed equities participated in trading, with 39 gainers and 28 losers recorded at the close of the session. Consequently, despite the loss recorded on Monday, the all-share index still maintains a one-week gain of 1.66%, a four-week gain of 4.11%, and a year-to-date return of 5.38%. It could be recalled that investors on the Nigerian Exchange Limited recorded a total turnover of 2.645 billion shares, valued at 77 billion naira, in 86,110 deals last week, representing an increase from the 2.200 billion shares worth 75.4 billion naira exchanged in 70,329 deals the previous week. On our next report, the ongoing competition between fuel importers and the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has resulted in a reduction in the price of premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, to 825 naira per litre by the $20 billion. Reports say the new amount is a 10 naira decrease from the 835 naira per litre that was publicly announced by the refinery. Data from the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission yesterday indicates that Nigeria's daily average crude oil production rose to 1.485 million barrels per day in April, compared to 1.40 million barrels per day in March. However, this tactical move is widely seen as part of an intensifying pricing battle to maintain market share in the increasingly competitive downstream petroleum sector. Meanwhile, the convert price adjustment has allowed its customers and marketers to retail the product at a lower band of 830 naira to 835 naira, outpricing importing marketers and private depot owners. And on the official foreign exchange, the naira has exchanged at the value of 1,600.43 to the US dollar, while depreciating marginally to 1,808.52 to the euro and 2,114.02 to the British pound. It, however, depreciated to 10.81 to the Japanese yen, gaining marginally to close at 1,948.00 to the Swiss franc and 88.64 to the South African rand. And that's how far we can go in today's business news. Thanks for being there. I am Eriti Christopher.